Hi guys. Yo, I swear, every time I start a video, I say it in that high pitch, like, hi guys, and I don't know why, but hi. I'm so excited to talk with you guys tonight. So I'm gonna wait just a few minutes to get started. If you're watching this now, you're watching the replay, but still comment replay, and I'm gonna get this situated to where I can see comments. So if you are here, say hi. Yeah, we're going to be spiders tonight, and we're going to talk about networking and building multiple webs. So I'm so excited. It's spooky. Hey, Sarah. Okay, perfect. Yay. All right, now I can see comments. So I'm going to wait just a minute or two for some people to hop on. So invite your friends, and get your notes handy because I'm going to be spitting a lot of information at you, but it's going to be good. So, hi, Autumn. So excited. I was thinking about this today in particular, about spiders, and I was like, this is so cool, because I was thinking about all of the webs when I was talking about like spider webs, for instance. I immediately thought of all these webs at the gorge the next morning, like walking down, and there were tons, y'all. So get your spider caps on, and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna wait just another minute for a couple people to hop on. But we're going to talk networking tonight. I actually got volunteered for this. I don't know how. But a little bit of my background. Hi, I'm Shelby. If you don't know me, I am star director for Saved by the Bar family of groups, and they're the best ever. But my sister and my cousin are my first directors. So Mallory Thompson and Emily Schmidt are my directors, and we're all family. So it's crazy that... You know, we could have said our family doesn't buy or this, that, and the other, but we've all had to figure out ways and new customers to all get to the director title and above. So, hi, guys. Okay, I'm just going to wait another minute to see if anybody pops on, and we're going to get started. So, like I said, get your spider caps on and your notebooks handy, because there's going to be a lot, and you don't have to do all of this at once. But... yeah, so we're going to talk networking and meeting new people. So first of all, networking is what makes the business work. So, you know, you need your 3 legs to success, and you need to do parties, and you need to do all these things if you want to grow strong and successful in this business. But it all comes down to networking, and we constantly need to network. And I think that sometimes we lose sight of how often we really need to constantly be meeting people. So if you're not aware, hi, welcome to Sensi, you're in network marketing, which means we have to constantly network. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I want you to think about a spider, and like picture yourself like as a spider, as crazy as it may sound. But think about like a spider. Okay, so you knock down a spider web in your house or in a corner of your garage or whatever. So you knock the spider web down, but the next day, don't you find the spider web somewhere else? And then you knock that spider web down and you find another web somewhere else. So I got to thinking about the gorge and all these different webs. Like, I kid you not, you guys, like some of them were huge, like this big, no joke. And it's just beautiful. There's dew on it. But when I was thinking about this training, I started thinking about how many webs we really can have, but that each individual web can be so many other people. So I'm super excited. So yeah, spider caps on, here we go. Okay, so spiders, like, what do they use these webs for? They use their webs for everything, y'all. They use it for food. They trap their food in these webs. They use it for shelter to sustain from like storms and stuff. They use it for nesting. They use it for producing offspring, and that's where they lay their eggs and all these things. So these webs are the foundation, technically, to the spider's life. And it applies the same way in our business. Like, we constantly need to network, constantly be working towards building a web. And a spider does not just build one dang web in its lifetime. Like, it's constantly building new webs. I think every day some spiders build a new web. But when they build their new webs, guess what also happens is they take a lot of time with that web. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of effort and work. And sometimes they mess up and they have to respin. So these webs that these spiders are building day in and day out, they're taking effort, they're taking time, and they're only building these webs to make them stronger and sturdier. And the same thing applies to our business. It's okay, Autumn. I was like, who's giving me the mad face right now? What did I say? Someone hates spiders. Anyway, so we're spiders, right? And the best way to network is up to you. You can network a ton of different ways. So that's why I said have your notes handy. I'm going to kind of spit some ways to network. And then from there, if you want additional information, there's a ton of different trainings and things. But here we go. Spiders. Okay, we are spiders, all right? And we aren't just going to spin our webs anywhere. We're going to pick the best spots to spin our webs to make the biggest webs. So here we go. Number one, the best way and probably the most efficient way to spread your network, to meet new people, is by having parties. Plain and simple. I'm not going to go into different types of parties. I'm not going to go into how to book parties or anything like that, but just know parties are really going to build your business. You're going to create relationships, which we're going to talk a lot about tonight. And so parties. Know that that's a great way to build your business. Number two, which I think is honestly one of the not I want to say quickest, but just easiest, honestly, ways to gain new customers, and that is by referrals. So if you're not asking your customers for referrals, you need to be. Just say, you don't have to be crazy. Just be like, hey, hi, I'm so happy you're loving your stuff. I'm trying to expand my Scentsy business. Do you have any family or friends that would be interested in our products that love them as much as you do? And they're either going to say yeah, they're going to say no. This is after they've said no to a party. But if they don't want to host, that's okay. But they might still know a few people that might be interested in, our product. And they could just send them a link, this, that, and the other. If you're taking care of your customers, they're going to naturally take care of you by referring new customers to you. So back to the spider. You ready for this? Guys, I'm so excited. Okay, so this is a web, right? Okay, so you have this big spider web, but it can't be a big web overnight though. You know what I mean? It can't just be, well, it can be, but it takes them literally all night to spin this web, right? So think about, okay, you have Susie in the middle here, right? So Susie has said no to joining. She has finally decided to host a party for you. And you're like, okay, great. Susie has a great party. She has 12 people that you have never ordered from you before that have now ordered from you. She said no to the host of Slipping Kit. So she's just going to take her rewards and you get all these customers, okay? Just in perspective. All right, so then just off these 12 people, you take care of them, you follow up with them, and then they trust you enough to refer you to at least one person. So just by Susie, her 12 customers and one referral, off each one of those customers, you're now up to 24, okay? Off of one host, okay? And then each one of those customers, you take care of them, so they refer at least one. And by the end of the web, you have 72 new people that you can reach out to, okay? Now, it takes work because you have to follow up with them. You have to ask for the referrals sometimes. You have to take care of them. It really does take a lot of work with making sure they're feeling special, and you want your customers to refer you. You want to feel like you want to give them the best service, that they're like, you have to order through my Scentsy girl because she's just the best. And so those are the best referrals. But like I said, don't be scared to ask them, especially if you're trying to grow your network and trying to grow your business. Be honest with them and just ask your customers, because I promise they're not going to care. So that's referrals. So parties, number one, easiest way, I think, in referrals. Another thing is events. If you can find them right now, they're still kind of sparse. Some places are doing them, some are not. If you're comfortable enough doing an event, they're great. A lot of them are now virtual now too. So that's a great option. But events, I think we all get so hyped up on the fact that we don't have inventory. Like we don't have anything to sell. And really events aren't for selling inventory. Like, they're for meeting people, and they're for building relationships. And honestly, like, I'm gonna start looking at them as just like, join my team. Like, hey, you looking for something fun to do? Like, join us, you know? You don't need to focus on all of that. Focus on building relationships, meeting new people. But the thing about events that I've messed up on in the past is I get all this information from all these people and these drawing slips and things like that, and I refuse to follow up with them. Not refuse, but I just forgot. I didn't get to it. Anyway, I didn't follow up with them, and now I'm like, that could be 25 new customers that I just let blow out the window. So take it from me. Don't make my mistake. If you do an event, focus more on meeting people, meeting new customers, making new friends, and follow up with them, because it's super important. And I know Christina has said she writes like something about them on the slip, and that way she can, when she follows up with them, she has something, boom, automatically to talk to. Okay, so those are the main things, I think, like, as far as our businesses go and kind of what we do, Scentsy related. But as far as network marketing in general, there are a ton of things that we need to be doing every day. And one of the main things is social media, because we're all on social media a lot during the day. Let's just be honest. So a few ways to use social media to network and be a spider, and to just like meet as many new people, to keep expanding those webs. And you want as many webs as you can, like everywhere. Like, I want to be at this point where I have to like literally take my stick in front of me, because there's so many webs that I have to knock down on the hike down. That many. So Facebook groups. So ask yourself, and what Autumn went back to last week when she had us ask on our personal page, like, what do you think about when you think of me? Like, take some of those if you're having trouble, because it took me a really long time, I'm just going to be honest, to figure out what kind of groups I wanted to be in, and this, that, and the other. But Facebook groups are really, really important. And so think about your interests, your hobbies, your lifestyle, the way like you see the world, that type of thing. And honestly, like, a topic that you're interested in, that you want more friends like that. You know what I mean? So like, for me, a couple of my groups, for instance, I'm in a tuxedo cat group, because I have a tuxedo cat, and if you have a tuxedo or no tuxedo, they're like amazing. So anyway, I'm in one of those. I'm in a kayaking and camping group. I'm in a personal development community. I'm in a couple cooking groups. I'm in a group for my Skinny to Strong weightlifting journey. And I'm in other just random groups here and there that I have a common interest with these people already. So that's ground zero. So then once you have that common interest, like their photo, comment on their photo, add them as a friend. And then once you add them as a friend, it can't stop there. Like, you have to keep commenting on their posts, getting into their life. Like, if they post a picture of their children going back to school for the first time since COVID happened, and they're so excited, like, comment a heart, like, love it, like, show them you care about their life and build a relationship with them. Because at the end of the day, I think we're always so focused on finding new customers, or that next hostess, or meeting that next team member, that we lose sight of really finding friends, guys. And that's one of the biggest blessings in this business, and Scentsy in particular, is the amount of friends that you really make. The amount of friends that I've met through all of you guys in a big community, or through, rekindled friendships through past customers, or this, that, and the other. Like, just make friends. If you're literally like thinking to yourself, okay, I want to meet 5 new friends today, like, you're going to have a way different outlook on it. And it's going to be way more personable, way more like approachable, I think. Like, don't say anything about Scentsy right away. Like, let them come to, they know you do Scentsy, okay? Like, it's on your profile. Make friends. And again, what kind of communities can you join to meet new people of friends that already have that common interest? Like, you already have that connection. So one step forward already. And then, like I said, once you add those friends, just keep engaging with them, write them down, and just keep building that relationship and that trust. And everybody likes to feel good, and I feel like that's what we're here to do. So the next thing I have, and something that I actually was thinking about a lot over the last couple weeks, because we've kind of been in a weird spot and shift in our business as far as how we can promote things. My biggest and like what brings me the most joy in Scentsy is doing home parties. I'm a huge people person. So before COVID, I was a bartender. So I talked to people all damn day. But I am a talker. I love to talk. So I feel like ever since COVID happened, and although I'm so blessed, so grateful, so thankful to be able to work from home and to have Scentsy as my sole job now, I still miss that one-on-one connection, that in-person connection. And although things aren't normal yet, if you're comfortable going out, this is what I recommend. If you're not, like, please stay safe. Like my mental health, I crave social interaction. So that's why I'm so passionate on this. And I do take safety precautions. So just wanted to throw that out there. I'm not like telling you to go out and like all this stuff going on. So just wanted to throw that out there in case, you know, anything. Anyway, so when you think about people in person, and I honestly think this is, I know this is like the best way to meet people, and that's by in person. And, it's scary. I don't like to approach people in person, but once you do it a couple times, like I promise it gets easier. And it's something that now I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want to jump out of my seat and like just talk to people. And the more you practice, the better it's going to get. So hold on real quick. So outside of your house, outside of social media, outside of all these things, guys, this is where we have the biggest impression on people, okay? I know even though you might not be normally going out and about like you used to before everything happened, like you still go to places, you still go to a gas station, you still go to a grocery store, you still go to a barista every now and then. My biggest advice is go to the same place every time, the same gas station. Try to go at the same time. I have a girl, I talk to her every day, handed her samples, like go back, follow up with her. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. You know, got her phone number, all this stuff. And now we chat and she's a customer of mine. But it took consistent times going back and showing her my personality and getting to know her as a friend before I really even handed her a sample. So the same gas stations. If you go out for lunch, go to the same places. Like I said, I was a bartender, so those are they're my friends, honestly. So that's who I want to hang out with and to eventually join my team. And so I'll go to the same place for lunch twice a month and see the same bartender on the same day and build a relationship with them. And, you know, once they join, like, okay, I'm going on to the next restaurant because, you know, that's how I have to strategize things and, really just always think about meeting people. So that's something I like to do. I like to go get coffee. So go to the same coffee shop. Go when there's the same barista and get to know that barista and ask them about their day and ask them about them and their life. Let's see. The gym. Do you go to the same gym every day? What about the grocery store? If you have like a smaller grocery store, you probably have the same couple cashiers. Like who can you influence? Who can you hand a sample to? Things like that. So in the grocery store, and no matter like how branded and stuff we are with our Scentsy gear, we can never expect people to just come up to us and be like, oh my gosh, Scentsy, I love that. It happens. It does happen, but it doesn't happen as often as we wish it would happen. So here's my piece of advice. We got to start conversations with others. So rock that Scentsy sweatshirt, do your thing, but I dare you, the next time you're standing in line, 6 feet apart, like look at the person behind you and find something to compliment them on. Y'all, people, like I said, people are craving the social interaction. Like turn around, tell that girl you like her shoes. Be like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes. And she's going to be like, oh my gosh, thank you. I got them at such and such. And be like, oh, I love that store. I love when they have a good sale. Yeah, me too. Have you have they had any sales lately? I haven't been in there lately. Like that kind of thing. And eventually just keep talking. You have nothing better to do. And the goal of the conversation is to get them to say what they do for a living. That way, they're obligated to ask you. And then you say whatever you want to. I say, oh, I own a fragrance and home decor business. Have you ever heard of Scentsy? They say yes or no, this, that, and the other. The trick is Don't let it stop there. Build that connection, that conversation, that relationship already, okay? I think I heard this from Christina a long time ago. At like the best fall, it was Christina or Tiffany or somebody. I can't remember who. Anyway, so what you do is you might have business cards on you. You might have samples on you. You might have a big party pack, like pouch party, ready to go. She said one time, no, I actually, oh my gosh, like I switched purses or something. I don't have any business cards on me, or I'm a forgetful, just make it funny that you don't have business cards, but then say, but I want to hook you up with some free samples. What's your phone number? And I'll text you. Boom. You have their phone number. 1. Okay. So you have their contact info. B, you're going to follow up with them and send them something fun in the mail, and see, when they get that in the mail, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, this lady in Myers self-checkout line literally remembered me and put something in the mail for me. You know what I mean? So they're going to feel good. So that's how to kind of meet people in public. Another thing that's really worked for me recently that I've gotten a lot of compliments on is Susie the Sloth Buddy Clip. And it's worked out perfect because she's now available in the Anniversary Buddies. But if you don't have a buddy clip on your keychain, I don't know what you're doing, because that's probably, that and my Disney hat are probably the 2 things that people come to me about. I'm switching Susie to Nemo. I'm so happy I got him before he sold out here soon. But they're a conversation starter because people look at those, they don't know what they are. And it's been just like a go-to for me. I had a conversation with my eyebrow girl today. She was like, I love your sloth. I'm like, thank you. Do you want to see the big one? Her name's Susie. And then you can just talk. And then she's like, what? This sloth has a name? And then you're like, yeah, let me tell you about her. Like, she's really cool. That type of thing. So just finding things to brand yourself. But I think so often we're like, oh, I have a Scentsy shirt on. I'm going to have 7 people come up to me and ask me if I have a catalog. It's not going to happen always, guys. Like, it very well could. It's happened to me a handful of times. But it's up to us to reach out to people, start those conversations. And like I said, if you just focus on making friends and focus on like making people feel good and focus on building relationships with people, the rest will come. I promise, I swear. Just focus on that. Because at the end of the day, I don't know about you, but I want customers that I can become friends with, that eventually want to join this amazing journey with me. I want people that are loyal to me, and I want to be the same for them. So that's my biggest piece of advice. If you guys have anything else that you do to network, that's just kind of what I do personally. Another great way to meet people is to do fundraisers. People, no matter what is going on in the world, people always need money raised. That's a great way to meet people. And like I said, if you take care of them and do great customer service, it's a great way to meet a lot of people. Another thing that I'm actually going to start doing soon is a networking group. So those can be a great way to meet new people. And then these people also help you if they have, anybody that they know that, and you don't always have to just do product, but if they know anybody that needs a fundraiser, this, that, and the other, those are great places to find other people. Also, like I said, if you want to I think there's virtual groups and things like that, but I know some of you guys are in like MOPS and things like that. Like, just find like a group of people to like get connected with, because I think even though they might not all become like your best customers, like they might know your next best host out there. Like, you just never know who you're gonna meet. So think like a spider, guys. Think like a spider, and think about being like making your web as big and strong as possible. And you have to nurture your web. You have to take care of your web. And so when these webs aren't built carefully, they aren't the most sturdy. So think about the same thing in your business. Like, just pick something and go for it. I know I threw like a lot of information out. I know that there's like a lot of things, and you're probably like, wow, I have to do all of that. No, you don't. Pick 1 or 2 things that you think are going to work best for you in your life and make you the happiest, but at the end of the day, like, do whatever you're going to do networking wise very intentionally. If you are going to build your business online, do that, but make it like super intentional. So network makes the business work, guys. And if you all have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try to catch up on some comments. Thank you all so much for having on. I hope this was helpful. I'm trying to see. I'm going to look over my notes and make sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, I think for me, like, for social media, I was like, I'm not going to add 5 people a day. Like, that's crazy. But now I have, and I'm like, wait, where did I meet her? So just keep going, guys. Keep going. If something doesn't work right away, as far as you don't feel like your referrals are going there. Oh, referrals. If you don't have a referral program, that's something that would be great. Because you can do that when you're asking for referrals. Just be like, hey, I have a referral system. And if you need ideas, just search it. In this group, I'm sure there's a ton of amazing ideas. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to catch up on some. Sorry, I went a little longer. This is just such like a crazy, like, wide web topic that I went a little longer than I thought I would. But, oh, good. Danielle Grace, I miss you. Hi, everybody. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any, like, questions. I will catch up on everything. Jen, I'm so glad. It's just such, like, a topic that we just forget about a lot. Like, because I feel like sometimes, but it's so important. And I think networking, honestly, is, like, one of the most important. Like, it's not like a leg to success, but it ties into almost all of them. And we constantly need to meet new people. And, you know, you hear time and time again, like, when you promote or this, that, and the other, like, what gets you there isn't going to keep you there. And the business that we're in, we constantly need to keep spinning our webs over and over and over and finding new places and new hideouts and a higher elevation to where the wind isn't as strong or whatnot. But I'm so glad. Thank you all for the love. I'm happy you enjoyed it. And that's amazing, Misty. Congrats. Huge congrats. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, if you don't have any questions, if you think of anything, just drop it in the comments and I'll be sure to reply. But thank you all so much for coming to hang out, and be a spider, keep your spider cap on, and just always look for places to spin those webs, and don't stop spinning. Don't stop spinning. Keep nurturing those webs and taking care of them and building them and spinning them with care. And I promise you, you'll see it in your business too. I'll talk to y'all soon.